All right, so it's 3:22 a.m. and it's pretty much early Sunday morning, and this is going to be an episode on its own. I, of course, did the sober commentary. This has nothing to do with that. This is going to be a different episode. It's going to be like a self-therapy type of thing where I yap about my problems. And no one listens to this show, so it's not a bad thing, I guess, to record. But I'm not going to give my life story and bore people. I want to talk about some issues I've been having. And they're not the worst issues you can have in the world, but, some stuff that I struggle with. So I'm 32, just turned 32 a few weeks, about a month ago, which doesn't make it better. And I think about 4 years ago, I moved out of my parents' house for the first time. It was a big deal for me. I never thought I would get out. I moved in with this girl I was friends with, and I wasn't trying to get with her or anything. She asked me to move in with her. And I already told this story before on other podcasts, but long story short, she was a roommate from hell, and within 3.5 months, I end up, moving back to my parents' house, and I ended the friendship with her. And we had a pretty good friendship, we would hang out and do stuff, go out, go to bar, or go out to eat, or, we've had some fun times together, but I ended the friendship because I just fucking wasted 5,000, if not more money, moving in with some asshole who just wasted my fucking money and my time and arguing with my parents and everything and all the moving I had to do. I think there's a mouse in my room right now. I'm about to get eaten alive here. I'm waking them up from their nap. They don't like to be waked up from their nap. I'm still drunk, by the way. For those who, if anybody's listening to this, I'm still drunk from the night of drinking. Even though I got drunk early, I was probably drunk by 9:30, somewhere between 9:30 to 10 o'clock hour, and that was 5 hours ago. I'm still drunk. So, long story short, after I moved in with my parents' house, at first, by the way, when I moved out, my first night, I felt guilty because, I helped my parents out, and I have someone in my family who I won't talk about, who I look after, and I felt guilty, even though it was, weird for the first night. But then I realized, I only lived a few blocks away, so I said, I have to do this. I had to live on my own. And within 3 weeks, I knew it was a big mistake. When she had some guy sleeping over, and she didn't even tell me about it, I knew, this is a big fucking mistake. And it was like March, and I was like, no, it's February, and I was like, I got a whole fucking year. I got 8 months. How the fuck am I gonna make it? I already, so so I moved back to my parents, house in the basement, and at first I was like, this is nice, this isn't great, but my room used to be next to their room, so I got my own, I got my little spot down here, and it's not great. I mean, it sounds great, but I'm still living at home, but fucking, I got my own bathroom, and you know what I mean, and fucking, at least that, and I got my little space down here, a little bit more, definitely more privacy than before, and I don't have to worry about random guys in my house like the last apartment I had. This isn't bad. And then within 3 weeks, I started to get, I don't know if I want to say depressed. I started to get sad, and it was weird. I didn't feel it. It was like one of those subconscious emotion things. I was like, I don't know who's going to listen to this. I mean, I'm trying to open up and be real, but it's like, I don't know if anybody's even going to care. I mean, I don't want people to feel sorry for me, by the way. I'm not doing this so people can feel bad for me, because we all got problems, and we all got, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to get people to hang out with me or feel bad for me. I really not. I just want to get this out, especially waiting for my laundry to stop so I can put it in the dryer. So I started drinking heavily. I wouldn't say I became an alcoholic, but I just didn't give a fuck. When I used to go out on Friday, Saturday nights, I used to not drink most of the time, because these pickup artist books would say, don't drink when you go out, So I said, fuck it. I don't care. I mean, I'm not getting laid. I was hanging out with these two guys on two different occasions, these pickup artist guys. And, they were both really fun to hang out with. But one moved to New York, and then the other one just stopped coming out. And then the only friend that I really had at that point was that girl, but I ended the friendship with her, so I had nobody. and I felt like I had nobody. I still was working my job, and I still had money and everything, but I'm like, this sucks. Another lonely summer. Fuck. So I started drinking heavily. Not like once again. I still to this day I'm not blacked out. I don't know how I never puked before, but I used to like now I measure my alcohol. I would take a water bottle, like a 16-ounce water bottle, and I would put it. I would put Grey Goose or Ciroc. That's right, folks. I drunk the best, and I would put it in there, and I would put it like in this 1 liter water bottle with 24 ounces of Red Bull, which is a lot of sugar. And I would fucking, put some water in there to fill it up. And it sounds weird. And I would just drink it. And I would get really drunk. And at first when I was doing it, it felt great because I was, you feel drunk. And it's like, who gives a fuck? I didn't do that for too long. I think I did it for maybe... I was drinking every Friday, Saturday night. Then I stopped. And then I would just drink on a Friday or Saturday. And then I did it for a while. I don't know how long. And then I realized, like, okay, I need to calm down to drinking. And at the time, I was still approaching girls at the time. I was slowly giving up in my head because I was so bitter what happened to my roommate. I was like, this fucking manipulative cunt. I wasted thousands of dollars of my money. I could have had my own fucking place. I could have moved out of my parents' house and my own fucking place, But I moved in with that fucking asshole, So I became bitter, and everything. But I was still approaching at that point. And I think the last makeout I had was that year, too. I made out with this random girl in a bar. I actually opened her up using a hot dog line. I can't believe it worked. I was trying to pick her up. I said, hey, don't eat the hot dogs here. It's disgusting. And then I put my arm around her. And I said, hey, can I have a kiss? And she said, and I just, went in for it. Kind of Cosby'd her. But anyways, and then I dated this... I talked about this on the show, too. I think a year later, I dated this... I got a car a year later. No, actually, a few months later after that. And that was another stupid decision I made. But the fast forward, pretty much, the reason why I'm recording this is because tonight I wasn't sad. I was a little bit sad tonight. And it happens every once in a while when I go out. At first I feel good. I was drinking. It's beautiful. It's nice outside. And, I think to myself, like, geez, like, I know I don't have a great personality. But, geez, man, like, no one to hang out with. Like, I tried really hard in my 20s to hang out with people. You know what I mean? Like, I was posting ads on Craigslist, and I was going to meetup groups, hanging out with these pickup artist dudes. Of course, I had dates, more like dating sites with girls, but nothing really stuck for the most part. And I was like, I don't ask people for anything. I don't borrow money off people. I don't ask people for rides. Once in a while, if I need a ride to like a comedy show or something, or a comedy gig, a show, an open mic, that's rare. But other than that, I don't ask people for anything. And I'm like, and by the way, for those of you who think it's I know you're going to say, it's your content, it's your, I know I do all this offensive, comedy shit, from stand-up to prank calls, everything else, saying all these offensive words. I know you're thinking that's probably the reason why. I don't talk like that when I hang out with people. If we're having like a conversation at a bar and it's like just us two, yeah, I might whisper something, but if we're walking down the street, I'm not going to, yell the N-word out. You know what I mean? Or I'm not going to yell do something crazy like, because think about it. I would have been arrested by now, or I would have been fucked up, knocked out or killed or something by now if I did that stuff. But I don't want people once again to feel sorry for me and say, oh, I'll hang out with you because we all got problems. But, tonight I was having a good time in this outdoor bar. I was drunk. I was like dancing by myself. And I could, this random black guy I talked about on the last show, he wasn't really inviting me to hang out with his friends. He felt bad for me because I told him I was by myself, but I wanted to hang out by myself. I told him I could hang out with some people tonight. But, he was with his friends and family having a good time. He was very drunk, and he was being a good person and all, but I just, I could tell his friends didn't want to hang out with me, and they were looking at me like, who's this dude and stuff, and I just, walked away at one point. Like, nothing happened. Like, not during a conversation. They were, busy doing their own thing anyways. But I was just, like, upset with myself. And I was like, even with this, the whole pickup artist shit, I've hung out, I've had fucking so many of these called wingmen, if you want to call them that. These PUA guys. I've met so many of these douchebags over the years. Last night I was around a bunch of them, and it's like, I don't expect us to be friends. Like, let's go to each other's house for dinner. Let's go on a trip or anything. But like, you figure, fuck, you know what I mean? From all this meeting these dudes from years, you figured, but they don't want to hang out. They're kind of like comedians in a way. Like, comedians, I use the term comedy friends. We hang out at the open mics and that's it. We all have our own lives. But these pickup artist guys, they fucking, we don't hang out, but we say hi sometimes and that's it. And, I go my own way and, I don't really approach anymore. I have been approaching girls lately for mostly trolling. And once in a while I'll get drunk and maybe say something, but I don't really go after them like the way I used to. And that pretty much happened from, I was talking to this guy last night, he asked me why, and I just told him, like, it's everything from my weight, and I can lose the weight if I work really hard, but I feel like in order to do that I have to starve myself, and I don't want to punish myself, thinking, okay, if I starve myself and I just eat one meal a day, then maybe a girl will like me. You know what I mean? Or something. And even if I did that, even if I did lose the weight, I live at home with my parents, and that's, I'm 32, my life's over. It was over when I was 28. And at least I used to have a car, but I don't even have that anymore, which you don't need, by the way. I don't mind taking public transportation sometimes. It's a pain in the ass, but, you can take Uber nowadays, so it's not too bad. But still. And it's like, look, girls, they're not interested or attracted, but I'm not looking for a relationship, though. I was always looking to get laid. And it's not everything. Like, I don't even care about it anymore. I realized, why did I care so much about getting laid so much? Like, it wasn't going to make me happy. Like, when that girl came over from my apartment years ago, the only one-night stand that I had, she was okay. She was, she was just looking for any guy, probably. And it was a fun night, but, long story short, I couldn't get the condom to work, and I just, jerked off next to her while she fell asleep in my bed. It was weird, but, she wanted me to put it in her raw, and I said, hell no. But, that was a fun night, but that was the only time I got something, like a one-night stand, whatever. And it's like, it wasn't great. It wasn't like the next day I felt amazing, like, whoa! Even if I got it, let's say I begged her 2-3 times, that would have been cool, but, it would have been like, it's not like it would have been like, whoa, man, my life is complete. So, I guess more it's just what it comes down to. It's just like, I don't expect to, once again, I'm drunk right now, so I'm probably going to listen back to this, like, what the fuck? But, we all got problems, and my problems are not that bad. You can call them half white people problems, I guess you could say, because I'm only half white. But, it's just a matter of, sometimes when it's weird, like when I'm out. When you go out, you're supposed to be having fun. And I feel like I can't focus. Like sometimes I'm out, like tonight, I'm at an outdoor bar. I'm drunk. And I can have a good time. I can meet people or not meet people. But I can just, and it was fun for a while, but then I got bored. So I started just standing around by myself, looking around. Everyone's hanging out with their friends and everything, and everyone's hanging out, and they got people with them, and I'm by myself. And even if I'm with somebody, like I can hang out with these PUA guys, but they're not friends. So if you count them as a PUA, that's, that's not a friend anyway, but still, I could at least. And I just got upset with myself and said, Jesus, man, I'm fucking 32, and, no one to hang out with, no value, nothing. And I knew that was going to happen, but reality sets in. And the thing is, I refuse to change. I feel like, once again, I talked about this before, that I feel like when it comes to quote-unquote friends, and I used to do a podcast called Making Friends is Hard, which I thought was a good podcast, but I would still do the show, but, I could do it by myself, I guess, but, I guess I would have to change the name, because the other person don't want to do it anymore. But I feel like with friends, like, there's no such thing as, like, friends, there are, but with me, it's like you have to be the kind of person that people want you to be. You know, people try to lie and say, be yourself. You can't be yourself. Someone like me, I can't be I'm myself, and I don't really have anybody to hang out with because I'm myself. So when you be yourself, people aren't going to want to hang out with you. You have to be the kind of person they want you to be. So you have to ask the person, so how should I act? What should I do to make you happy? Because to be your friend and hang out. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. Because people just, want you to be, especially these pickup artist guys, they want you to be, the fucking kind of guy that they want you to be. Like a grown man's going to tell another grown man what to do and act. And if you don't, then they're not going to want to hang out with you. And I'm fine with that because these guys, there's only like 2 or 3 guys that I'm cool with. And the rest of these other guys I see around, some of them don't know me, I don't know them. And then some I kind of know. I've hung out with them for a night maybe, or I met them through some people. And they're judgmental, douchebags. And guess what? They're not any better than me. Even if they approach and I don't, they don't do shit. They don't get any results. They're not getting laid. And just because I chose not to, they think they're better than me. Because I chose not to approach anymore. And one guy doesn't even approach at all. So these guys, they're not really cool even to hang out with. It would be nice to hang out once in a while, because it's fun, but I realize there's no point, And so this one guy that comes out, he's cool. He tries to get me to do stuff. He's not judgmental though. He's not like a douchebag about it. He's just nice about it. I've known him for a while. I don't know how long. 5 years or so? 6 years maybe? I don't know. But it's cool, man. And like I said, listen, I like being alone. Like, I like going out by myself. But then sometimes I think, it'd be nice to hang out with people. I always just wanted just friends. Just people hey, let's go out to eat. Let's go. And I kind of had that going on with somebody. But they're going through a rough time right now. I guess they didn't have a job, and they quit their job, and but we don't even have to spend money to hang out. We could just talk and go for a walk or play basketball or something. But like I said, it's just like I've always struggled to keep make friends, and I don't care, but at the same time I do. It's just sometimes it's like Jesus, like going out Friday and Saturday nights. It's always been getting old. For the last, I would say, a couple years. Maybe it's a nature thing. Like, I'm 32. You do it in your 20s, and as you get older, you're just like, this is getting worse. Because, girls used to shake their ass on guys. They don't really do that anymore. They shake their ass on each other. And, fucking, you get rejected so much, you get defeated. You're just like, I don't want to approach anymore. And then these pickup artist guys, they're lame. They don't want to work together and actually have fun. They just want to be the guy in the video. So it gets old, and I think to myself, I wish I had something else to do on a Friday. So, I could do something else. I could go to a movie by myself, but that's still, going out by myself. And what else can I do? There's not much to really do by myself. And I have to go out because of it. There's nothing wrong with staying home. But if I stay home, I'm on YouTube pretty much all day. And if I stay home, I'm just going to end up playing, being on YouTube. I can watch a movie on the computer, but I'm pretty much just going to be on the computer all night. When I'm creating content, or I'm just fucking, fucking watching a movie that's still on the computer, or playing games on the computer, or creating content that's still just, at least when I'm out, like tonight, like I said, that black dude at the bar, it was nice of him to introduce me to people. He was trying to be nice to me. He was like, hey, I'll be introduced to people. He's out by himself. I know what it's like. It was nice of him. He was drunk too. But, I met some people at least for a little bit. And, I had a little interaction. That's all I did. I could have did more. But I just, I don't know if it's, I guess it's just me. Like, I take responsibility for it. I know I don't have a great personality, but I feel like there's no such thing as being yourself. You can't be yourself. It's like you have to play the part. You have to be what people want you to be. And it's like, it's just so weird. Like, even texting people, whenever I text people, they ignore me. It doesn't matter what the case is. People always say, oh, I didn't see your text message. With technology, you can't lie like that. It says it on your phone. I texted you. So obviously you've read it, but you didn't care to write back. And that happens every time. Then when so I don't text people or call people, and that's another reason too. So I could try harder, but I feel like I can just feel that nobody wants to hang out with me. So I go, why should I pressure this? Why should I try to push this, try to initiate this friendship that's not going to work out? I feel like it's just not going to work out. And I don't blame everybody. I'm not saying everybody sucks and I'm great. But I think to myself, geez, man, like, this is it. Maybe I should get a dog, But I'm going to see the dog will eventually die and I'll get depressed. And plus, if I eventually get a job, my mom's not going to walk the dog, so who's going to walk the dog? Right? I don't know. Listen, I'm trying to get this off my chest because, like I said, tonight I wasn't, like, sad. Like, when I say sad, I wasn't, like, crying. You know what I mean? I wasn't, like, tearing up. But, I felt just empty inside. And I think it was the alcohol. The alcohol, once again, gets the best of your emotions. It happens to a lot of people. You feel good for a minute, and then you think about your problems, and it just fucking comes out. That's why I probably shouldn't be drinking. Like, when I drink and do comedy, I don't feel like that. But when I drink and go out, that just happens. So maybe I should, after I finish this bottle. But then at the same time, it's so hard not to drink. At nighttime, because it's bored. Not because I'm, like, alcoholic, like, I need a drink. I need a drink so bad. I love alcohol. It's just like, it's just boring. I don't talk to anybody. I don't approach anybody. So it's like, I need to drink. But I don't have to, though. So anyways, I'm trying to get this off my chest. Tonight wasn't a bad. I've had way worse nights than this, by the way. I mean, I've had nights where I would just, I feel like a little bit depressed. You know what I mean? And tonight I didn't feel depressed. I was just, got a little butt hurt. And then when I ate something, I felt a little bit better. So maybe I was just hungry. But, I think to myself, well, how could I change? Like, how could I improve? See, when I think that, it's weird. I text people and then they ignore me. That's happened my whole life. Every time I think, you know what? I need to start reaching out to people more. I've been kind of standoffish. And then I hit people up, they ignore me and go, oh, yeah, I go, what happened to my text message? They always say, what text message? And then they go, oh, yeah, let me check. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Yeah, sorry, dude, I was busy. It's like, fuck that. Forget it. So I guess, I could try more. I mean, I was thinking about posting some ads on Craigslist, but, like, people on Craigslist, they just want to, last time I met some dude on Craigslist, he was, if someone's weird, like, I'm weird. You know what I mean? So I don't mind meeting someone weird. But this dude, it was like, I think it was just, it was this dude I met before, but before him, it was this Indian guy. And he was weird. He didn't even let me get to know him. Like, I was just trying to talk. He talked for like a few minutes and he walked away. And then when he came over, I tried to talk to him. He kept walking away from me. And then finally I was like, yeah, dude, I think I'm going to leave early. And then he had never to text me a week later and say, you want to hang out again? Like, we didn't even hang out the first time, dude. Like, I didn't even get a chance to even talk to the guy. And he wants to hang out again. He hit me up like 3 times. And then finally went, dude. Like, he wrote dude. And then he wrote boss. He wrote, and I was just like, go away. I ignored him till he went away. I was like, there's no point hanging out. You don't want to hang out, man. I tried to hang out with you. You don't want to hang out with me the first time. Why should I? You should give the person a second chance. Maybe he was shy or maybe he was nervous, but, I can just tell, like, this isn't going to work out. If the guy's going to do that, then, So I should have hung out with him again. But I do feel the vibe we could hang out and have fun, though. And then this other dude I met, he just wants to walk around and talk, which is fine. Like, that'll give me someone to talk to. But it's not fun. Like, I don't mind talking to people, but I want to have some fun, too. So it's hard to find someone to just, have a little fun with, do some spontaneous shit. It doesn't have to be comedy, but, But anyways, I could try harder, post some ads, whatever. But I'm never going to find, like, when I used to go on Craigslist, like, the girl that I was friends with, the one I tell you about, the one that I moved in with, that was the closest, because, not because we moved in together. Like, we were friends for years. And actually, I would actually go over her place, and, we'd watch movies, or we would, just talk and hang out and drink, But aside from her, that was the only really connection I had off Craigslist. Everyone else, just like 90% of the people I met, we just hung out once and that was it. You know what I'm saying? So Craigslist is possible, but it's not everything. Meaning, like, there's no other sites really you could do that. Meetup groups I could try. But I don't know what else I could do. That's why I've been creating so much content for those of you who wonder. It's not that I'm desperate to make it. I know I seem desperate. Like, wow, you're leaving content. I know I put up too many videos. For those of you who subscribe to my YouTube channel, you're like, damn, he puts out a lot of videos. It's good. But then the reason why is because I deleted my Facebook a year and a half ago. And I had to replace it with something. So first I replaced it with Sega Genesis games on the PC. And then I was just on YouTube all day. And then I just started making videos. And I've been making a lot more videos, which is good for my content. But at the same time, the reason why I create so much content is because I got nothing else going. I got nothing to do. I'm not on Facebook anymore. I don't talk to anybody. I have almost like no human interaction at all. And I think that's why. Like this summer, part of me doesn't want it. Part of me does not want to return to the cabaret. For those of you who know me through comedy, if you're listening to this, if anybody is, this place I'm a regular at, it goes from September to May. And then in May, it's an open mic. In May, it closes down for 4 months in September. And the guys that I know from there, I'm talking about the guys I know from 8 years, 7 years, 6 years, 5 years, a long time. We don't keep in touch. These guys live 20, 30 minutes from me. Literally, 20, 30 minutes from me. And none of them want to hang out with me. I don't blame them. Like I said, we have our own lives. But they all say, I love you, man. You're so funny. But none of them, that's why, one of the reasons why I got rid of my Facebook. I was like, this is just fake bullshit. So, but, they can't save me anyways. I mean, I'm going to feel the same way anyways. But, you figure it'd be nice. Like, hey, let's just hang out one fucking time in the summer. Let's get together. Let's go out for some food, or let's get some drinks, or let's just hang. How you been? What are you up to? What are you working on? Well, yeah, something, right? But I can put that together, but I think to myself, what's the point? It's about need. They don't need me. They got their own lives. I don't blame them. But I've seen some comics this summer, but through this open mic that I was going to, that's not there anymore. But it's just like, that's just how it is. That's why I say I use the term comedy friends. Like, look, we got our own lives. But part of me doesn't want to return to the cabaret this season, because it's like, it's kind of, I'm there to perform. I'm always there to perform. I would never go to cabaret and not perform. I'm only there because I'm performing. I wouldn't go there. I have gone there to, hang out, but that's rare. Like when I was hanging out with this guy, we would get a drink there. You know what I'm saying? I think I gotta turn my clothes over. I'm still recording, by the way. I'm going over to it. You're gonna hear my loud air conditioner. But yeah, pretty much. Fucking, I have gone there before to hang out, but I only go there to perform. So that's why I'm there. And the benefit is you get to hang out with people. You know, Jesus, I gotta take out this fuzz. You can tell I'm drunk. But, you know, you get to hang out with other comics. You know, talk after the show about your set, get some feedback. Please don't tell me it's closing here. Oh, thank God. Sometimes my mom keeps closing there. And, you know, it's cool. You know, it's pretty fun. But I feel like part of me doesn't want to return because I'm like, I don't want to see some of these people. You know, the people that have no interest of seeing me for the summer. And then now when I come back, oh, now we're friends again. Hey, man, how have you been? What's up? Oh, now we're friends again, huh? Now we're buddies because you have to see me now. It's like class, you know? It's like school. You're not friends with these people. You have to see them. And part of me doesn't want to see them anymore. But I don't have a choice because I don't have any other open mics to go to. I can't go down to the city. And for those of you who know me, know why. I could go other places, absolutely, but they make me, you know, it's a hassle to fucking get on, you know, some of them. So I wish there was an open mic that I could start, that I could just do as much time as I want. Plus, this open mic only gives 5 minutes. I need to get some water. I've been yapping for a half an hour. Jesus. No one's going to listen to this, so. If anybody's a fan of drunk rambling, then you're going to like this show. Alright. So, now that I got that out the way. Yeah, so part of me doesn't want to go back there. Now, if I want to, last year, the first night back, when Cabaret came back, I had a show, which is rare. And I could have turned it down. It was a clean show. And I didn't even want to go there because the guy was like, keep it clean. There was going to be kids in the audience. I'm like, what the fuck? Anybody who knows me knows I'm a, dirty, filthy comic. I can do it. And it happened to be the first night, the same night that Cabaret came back. So I missed the opening night of Cabaret, that big return, because I was down near Temple campus in the city doing this show. And it was there was an audience there, and I got some laughs, but, it was kind of not what I wanted to do. But this guy gave me an opportunity, which I appreciate. And, I said to myself, if I want to, I don't have to go back to Cabaret. If I wanted to, I could just do this open mic in Jersey called Tap Room. It's easier to go when I don't have work. But I could go there. I could go to this open mic in the city once a month in this theater. I could go to this other comedy little theater on Sundays. I only get 3 minutes. So I can go other places for sure. I don't need Cabaret. When I first started, I did because there wasn't that many open mics. I don't need it. But I stick around because, I like the people that go there. I like, it's this little small little community, and it's convenient. But part of me is like, I don't even want to go back there because I'm tired of only doing 5 minutes. 5 minutes is not enough time for you to build an act. You feel rushed. So I would love to start my own comedy room. But I posted ads before at Craigslist, and that's where the one show I just told you about, the one I did near Temple campus, that's where I met that guy from. But I was looking for to host my own open mic. I would have run my own show. But it's hard because you got to let somebody trust you and let you use you need a private room. For comedy, you need a back room, you need a basement, an attic, something. You can't just have it out in the open. Every open mic that has that goes away quickly. The one I was just going to, Sparky's, I knew it wasn't going to last long. And it was supposed to last a few weeks more, and they got rid of it already. It only lasted 2 months, which, that's 1 month longer than I expected. But because it was out in the open, you can't have it out in the open. You need a private room, So that's what I'm looking for, and it's really hard to find. I don't blame somebody, but, most comics don't drink, so what's in it for them? That's why it's hard to find an open mic. Why would anybody let you use their room? No one's going to buy drinks. I mean, I'll buy a drink. I mean, I know some other guys who will. Why would anybody let me use their room? They're not going to make any money off it. Bartenders, bartending for a comedy open mic is the worst thing in the world. You're not going to make any money. Most comics don't drink. They all smoke pot, or they think they deserve to get paid, so they don't want to buy a drink. So what the fuck? It's just like shit. So pretty much, it's just like, I would love to start my open mic and just do 10-minute sets. At least do 10. So that way you can just have more time to just fuck around. You don't feel rushed. It feels like a show kind of. So I can post on, I don't know, Craigslist. Maybe I will, but it's just so hard to find that. And then whenever I meet someone, last dude I met before that guy, the one near Temple campus, was this black dude years ago. I ended up doing a show at a church. I didn't realize it was even a church that he told me. And I texted this other comic who's supposed to come down. He said, "Dude, are you joking? Is this a church? I'm not doing that." I said, "Why not?" It was crazy, and I did it. I did a fucking set in a church, man. So, I thought it was funny. I was clean, but didn't get anywhere from that. But yeah, man, it was people don't understand that. I'm looking to host my own, night. But it's hard, because you gotta find a place to let you do it, and then you gotta have a private room, and why would someone let you do it? If you're not gonna get the business. I mean, I don't have any connections in comedy. I've been doing comedy now for 9 years. You know what I mean? Why the fuck would anybody be crazy enough to let me use their room? I don't have any value. So, anyways, back to this whole. What am I doing here? What is this? 37 minutes? Oh my god. Fuck it. I'll go to it. I'll do about an hour. I'll do an hour or whatever. It doesn't matter. No one's gonna win. So fucking. So once again, the weird thing is, I don't feel sad a lot, but even when I had my shitty day job, when I was out Friday and Saturday nights, I would think to myself, I would get depressed like on a Saturday, because I'm like, damn, I gotta work on Monday. Like, you shouldn't be thinking about that when you're out. You should be like, I'm out right now. I'm out of my shitty job. Woo! But I'm thinking, oh fuck, man, I gotta go back to work on Monday. But now I don't have an excuse now. I don't have a job. But, so friends aren't everything. But, let's be honest. I mean, friends are, definitely needed in life. And not just to get stuff off people, but just even to, hang out with people. I think to myself, I don't ask people for anything, but I guess that's not enough. And as you get older, it gets harder to make friends. I'm in my 30s now. I realize the reason why I met so many people off Craigslist is because I was in my 20s. When you're in your 20s, it's easy to meet people because people are also in their 20s. When you're 30, then people in their 20s are like, "Ew, that guy's old." And I am. They're like, "What the fuck? I was hanging out with this guy. He seems cool, but he's 32? I don't want to hang out with some fucking 32-year-old, and I don't blame them. When I was in my 20s, if some dude wrote me at 32, I'm like, that guy's the one guy that I tell you about, Marco, he's 5 years older than me. So I think when I met him, he was 30 or 31 or 32, my age now. And I felt weird about meeting him because I was like, this dude's kind of old. Not old, but he's, older. I was like, but he's a cool guy, Glad I did meet him. But, so fucking, but yeah, friends aren't everything, but it's just on Friday, Saturday nights, I think to myself, it'd be great just to have someone to walk around with. And the people that go out in Old City, I can meet them, but I don't know. I can meet them. I don't think anybody's, I don't make a great impression. I'm not a first impression type of person. like you meet me, I'm just so laid back and just quiet, and it's just hard to tell if I like you or not. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, you gotta impress people right away, and I can't impress people at all, folks. So how am I gonna do that? It's like I don't have the gift of the gab, the gift of attracting people or attracting anybody. I'm sterile. You know what that means? It means you can't attract anybody. I'm not an attraction. It's a surprise, and I'm not a draw. But it's weird. Like I'll feel upset for like a little while, and but then I'll get over it. Like I was upset, and then I eat a little something, and then I was just like, I'm alright. I'll get over it. But I never used to feel lonely. I guess because I was I was hanging out with these PUA guys sometimes, and I was saying these comedians really made me think at one point we were friends. They really brainwashed me like we're friends, and we're comedy friends. But I get bitter in the summer because I'm like, my open mic goes away, and then I have to go some places I don't like to go, and that's life. If you want your stage time, you got to go there. That's fine, but then it's like, I say liking too much. I'm going to listen back to this and go, oh my God, what a fucking moron you are. Like, and so. That's all I say. Like, so. Oh, fuck. I'm like 40 minutes in. I just said like again. Oh, man. I'm fucking stupid. Another reason people don't like me. But to not say those words, it's just hard for me to connect with people. Not a people person. It's good to be lonely for that reason. Well, what? I say again. God damn. Okay. So, I just said so again. Fuck. I'm not trying to be funny right now. I swear to you. I just realized I was saying that. Okay. Maybe I should wrap this up. I don't know. This is a good podcast to listen to right now if you want to fall asleep. For those of you having trouble going to sleep, I want you to put this on. And you have to lay down, though. You can't just, I said again. You have to lay underneath the covers. You have to put this on, not loud, but at a medium volume. And really actually try to go to sleep. Like, close your eyes and just like, alright, I want to go to sleep. And listen to this podcast. And my soothing, boring voice, everybody, would excite you to go to sleep. But I'm trying to be serious now, but see, I got it off my chest now, so I feel better already. So even though this podcast is not going to go anywhere, you get shit off your chest. It's like comedy. You think to yourself, I'm talking to 8 people in a room. This is not going to get me anywhere. But you could still feel better saying shit that you feel passionate about, even in front of 8 people. Because you're talking to people. Even though you're doing it in joke form, and you're trying to be interested, or whatever you're trying to do, you're talking to people. You're interacting with people. And even though I'm not interacting with anybody right now, I'm just still fucking, just talking to a fucking phone. I'm talking to myself. I got my eyes closed right now. The ear's on. I'm tired. I feel like I want to fall asleep any minute now. I'm drunk still. And I'm just fucking talking to myself like a weirdo. But I talk to myself anyways. I'm never afraid to admit that. I've been talking to myself since I was a kid. I used to get caught talking to myself. Walking down the street, I still do. I don't talk to myself a lot like this, but I mean, I'm my own best friend. Imaginary friend. When I was a kid, I had an imaginary friend named Pac. I don't know what that name came from, Pac. But I had an imaginary friend named Pac when I was a kid. That's what I named them. Man, I'm starting to doze off right now. I should just keep recording until I actually fall asleep. That'd be pretty good. I'll put that episode up. Fucking 4 hour fucking show. Just nothing. Just 3 hours of me going. But you gotta get these things off your chest somehow, you know? You don't want to bottle these things up, folks. You're getting very sleepy. Deeper and deeper. Take a deep breath. You feel it from your fingers down to your toes. Okay. When I count to 3. 1. Deeper and deeper. 2. Deeper and deeper. I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie Office Space. That's where it's from. Where Peter gets hypnotized by a hypnotherapist and then he never wakes up. The guy never woke him up, so that's why he's like that. Deeper and deeper. It's a good movie. Some people don't like it, but they're fucking assholes. I like that movie. It's a good movie. Anyways, you like, whatever. That's what I say. But pretty much, I've done let me see, 46 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I should wrap it up here, but my final thoughts, by the way, are going to be 14 minutes probably. My final thoughts, like I'm Jerry Springer. Final thought here with Josh Jack is, I'm a dirty Jew. Okay, that was uncalled for. Right? Yeah, my personality, I know I say fucked up stuff. I have a dirty sense of humor. It's vulgar. I know some people don't like that, but when I hang out with people, I can behave. I promise you I won't walk down the street screaming out things or get us killed. I mean, but I'm not trying to sell myself to people at the same time, too. It's just like, I think I just need to get a dog. But once again, if I had someone that could help me out with it, because, plus the dog would end up dying. Like I said, I'll just get depressed in life already. Like, fuck, this dog was so important. I mean, it's dead now. You know what I mean? Like, now what do I got? I got nothing. The fucking dog died. Sad. So I don't want that to happen. But yeah, man. It's part of life, dude. But yeah, I guess I could post some ads on Craigslist. I was looking at meetup.com like a week or two ago, but the only meetup group that I joined was like board games, but I went there. I had a date years ago on Craigslist with this black girl, and she took me there to the board games meetup. And I said, okay, this is really a date. And we went there, and the games were too complicated. They weren't fun. Like one game, like you had to like learn the rules in order just to like flip a card. And I was like, I just want to play a fun game. Like, Raven Lounge, they have fun games like Jenga. That's a fun drinking game. It's easy. You put blocks together. Or Connect 4. That's fun. Not fucking, you got to learn all these rules and you got to think. And it's like you're drunk. You can't think right now. I just want to play something fun. I want to move a block. I want to push something. So I tried that, and I met some cool. It was mostly dudes. There was a few girls there, but like I don't think I can, But I can go there to meet some people. But I don't know if it's meetup groups are just what they're called. You just meet people. Nobody hangs out. See, I have no problem meeting people. It's connecting. That's my problem. Connecting where they want to say, I want to hang out with that guy. I don't have any value. That's what I'm trying to say. I never had a problem meeting people, just like I never had a problem meeting girls, but connecting with them, I don't know how to do that. I can meet them, though. Anybody can meet them. Anybody can meet anybody. Say hi, it's easy. So, I could try to put myself out there more, but I don't know how to do that besides Craigslist. I keep saying, Jesus. You know what? I'm done. I don't need to go an hour. At first I was gonna go a half an hour, then I was gonna go an hour. Now it's like I'm done. I did about 50 minutes. That's it. So if you listen to this whole thing, Jesus, man, I want to thank you, but at the same time I kind of feel bad for you. But if you put yourself through it, I guess maybe I shouldn't. But maybe at least I'll help you with the sleep. Just put you to sleep. At least got you sleepy. sleepy enough to go to sleep. But yeah, thanks for listening to this. If anybody did, if not, I don't blame you. I don't expect no one to listen to this. And once again, I am drunk, but everything I said was the damn truth. Alright? I didn't make up anything. Nothing was a lie. I don't lie to you people. I always tell the truth, damn it. My perspective. And my laundry's going to be done. And I'm not going to put my clothes away till tomorrow. I'm just going to throw it in the corner in a basket. Leave it in the basket. All unfold it. And I'm going to sleep. And I got to get up early tomorrow to do some stuff. And then I'm going to sleep all fucking day. But this is, I don't know what to call this. Drunk Rambling Therapy. That's a good title. I was going to call it self therapy or something. Something with therapy in it. I don't know. Talking to myself therapy. Lonely therapy. Half white people problems. That's a good topic. Good title. Alright, that's it. I'm done. This has been the bonus episode, and I wouldn't say I hope you enjoyed it, but, you know. Anyways, I'm out of here. I can't stop saying, you know. Bye.